I discovered the world of day trading by chance while reading an online article that talked about the incredible opportunities to turn small daily gains into a fortune. At that moment, it seemed like the answer to all my financial problems. I was an ordinary man with a stable but boring job and a comfortable life, but without great prospects for growth. The idea of achieving wealth quickly, just with the skill of trading in the market, ignited a flame within me. I decided to dive headfirst into this new adventure, naively believing in the power of compound profits. I dreamed of a life of easy wealth, without realizing the challenges that awaited me. With an almost childlike excitement, I opened my first trading account. The energy and excitement drove me with every click. At first, everything seemed magical. A few successful trades, and I was already making small gains. That filled me with confidence, and without thinking twice, I began to increase my investments rapidly. I completely ignored the risks involved, believing I was on the right path to prosperity. However, the reality of the financial market soon showed itself to be quite different. The losses began to pile up, each one eroding a bit more of my confidence and savings. On a particularly bad day, I lost a significant amount, an amount I should never have risked. That feeling of helplessness and frustration was a reality check. I realized the market was much more complex than I had imagined. The dream of easy wealth crumbled in the face of harsh financial losses. I sat at the dinner table, head in hands, reflecting on my early defeats. It was clear that I couldn't continue like this. I needed to learn more, much more, if I truly wanted to succeed in this unforgiving world. I decided, at that moment, that I would seek all the necessary knowledge to turn my weaknesses into strengths. Determined to improve after the initial losses, I started seeking guidance from mentors and experienced traders. I knew I needed more knowledge if I really wanted to succeed in day trading. I began frequenting online forums where traders from all over the world shared their experiences and strategies. I watched countless educational videos, trying to absorb every detail that could help me understand the market better. I also delved into books about the financial market, studying everything from basic concepts to advanced trading techniques. During this journey, I encountered various mentors, each with a unique approach to trading. I met a veteran trader from New York who emphasized the importance of technical analysis and studying charts. He taught me how to read candlestick patterns and identify buy and sell signals. Another mentor from London focused on fundamental analysis, believing that understanding the companies behind the stocks was crucial for making good investment decisions. His approach made me value the importance of following news and financial reports. These interactions began to shape my vision and strategies. Each mentor offered a new perspective on the market, and I eagerly absorbed all this information. I started to realize that trading wasn't just about luck or instinct, but about careful analysis and informed decision-making. However, with so much new information, confusion also set in. Sometimes, the mentors' approaches contradicted each other, and I struggled to find a clear path to follow. Despite the new knowledge gained, I still faced challenges and inconsistencies in my results. Losses continued to occur and frustration grew. I felt like I was taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back constantly. For every small victory, there was a defeat reminding me of the market's volatility and risks. I realized that despite all the theoretical knowledge, I hadn't yet found the key to consistent success. But instead of letting this get me down, I decided to apply everything I had learned and continue my journey of learning. Determined to overcome the challenges, I committed to being more disciplined and following the strategies that made sense to me. I knew the path wouldn't be easy, but I was ready to persist, adjust my approaches as necessary, and keep striving for mastery in day trading. Feeling more confident with the new strategies I had learned from my mentors, I decided it was time to take bigger risks. I believed that with my renewed knowledge, I could recover previous losses and achieve substantial profits. With this optimistic mindset, I made the grave mistake of investing my father's retirement savings. I convinced myself that it was a safe bet, a necessary step to finally achieve success in day trading. At first, everything seemed to go well. The initial trades of the day were successful, and my optimism grew. However, the tide quickly turned. A series of unsuccessful trades began to erode the account balance. I tried to stay calm and apply the strategies I had learned, but the pressure of dealing with my father's money made everything more difficult. With each wrong decision, the panic increased, and my actions became increasingly desperate and irrational. Then came the devastating blow. In a matter of hours, all of my father's retirement savings had disappeared. I stared at the computer screen in shock, unable to believe what had happened. The feeling of guilt and failure crushed me. Not only had I lost a significant amount of money, but I had also betrayed my father's trust and jeopardized his financial future. Shaken by the loss, I sat in silence, trying to process the enormity of what had occurred. The guilt gnawed at me, and the shame prevented me from facing my father. However, I knew I had to confront my failure head-on. I couldn't change what had happened, but I could learn from my mistakes. I promised myself that I would never make the same mistake again. Determined to rebuild my knowledge and strategies, I decided to double down on my efforts to learn and improve. I knew I needed to adopt a more disciplined and methodical approach without succumbing to pressure or panic. I began an intense period of self-education, meticulously studying historical market data and refining my strategies with a new understanding of the importance of risk management and emotional control. I was determined to turn this devastating loss into a turning point, a painful but necessary lesson in my journey to becoming a successful trader. After the significant loss, I plunged into an intense period of self-education. I knew I needed to transform my weaknesses into strengths and become a truly competent trader. I began meticulously studying historical market data, spending hours analyzing charts and patterns. Every price movement, every fluctuation became a learning opportunity. I came to understand the importance of risk management, something I had previously neglected. I realized that without a careful and disciplined approach to managing risk, my chances of success were minimal. Emotional control also proved crucial. I recognized that in high-pressure moments, staying calm and making rational decisions was essential to avoid costly mistakes. I spent countless hours testing different approaches. I reviewed all my past trades, trying to identify patterns and errors. I created a trading journal where I recorded each trade, including my emotions and thoughts at the moment of the decision. This practice helped me identify behavioral patterns that led to recurring mistakes. Over time, my discipline and dedication began to pay off. Gradually, I started to see an improvement in my results. Trades became more consistent and losses less frequent. Confidence returned slowly, fueled by the small successes I was accumulating. However, despite the progress, achieving consistent profitability remained a challenge. Each victory was often followed by a defeat, reminding me that there was still much to learn. The market's volatility continued to test my patience and resilience. I realized that although I had learned a lot, there were still areas where I needed to improve. The journey to becoming a successful trader was long and filled with obstacles. Determined not to be discouraged by difficulties, I continued my study and practice with even more fervor. I knew that perseverance and dedication were fundamental to success. Each challenge faced was an opportunity for growth and learning. I was committed to continuously improving my skills, aware that the path to mastery was ongoing and required constant effort. Continuing my journey in trading, I realized I needed to balance my multiple jobs and personal commitments. Besides trading, I worked a regular job to pay the bills and fulfill my family responsibilities. Initially, I thought I could manage everything easily, but I soon discovered that this task would be extremely challenging. My desire to become a successful trader required intense dedication, but my daily obligations consumed a large part of my time and energy. I woke up early to study the market and make trades before heading to work. During lunch breaks, I reviewed charts and read financial articles. At night, after a long day of work, I refocused on trading, often staying up until the early hours of the morning. The fatigue and stress began to affect my performance. It became difficult to maintain the concentration and discipline needed to make sound decisions in the market. My results started to reflect this internal struggle, with a drop in the consistency of my trades. Moreover, my personal relationships began to suffer. The amount of time I dedicated to trading left little room for my family and friends. My partner started to express concern about the number of hours I spent in front of the computer, and I realized I was distancing myself from the people I loved. Tensions rose, and at times, it felt like I was on the verge of a breakdown. I understood that I needed to find a delicate balance. I couldn't sacrifice my personal life and mental health for trading, but I also didn't want to abandon my dream. I started adjusting my schedule, setting clear boundaries for the time dedicated to trading, and ensuring there was room for my other commitments. I prioritized my activities, focusing on the most important ones and delegating tasks when possible. Learning to balance these demands became a crucial part of my development, both as a trader and as an individual. Eventually, I found a routine that allowed me to continue dedicating myself to trading without compromising other areas of my life. I began waking up even earlier to have dedicated trading time before any other activity of the day. At work, I took short and effective breaks to disconnect from market stress. In the evenings, I set aside time for my family and rest, avoiding overloading myself. This balance, though delicate, brought new stability to my life. Now I feel more focused and capable of making rational decisions in the market. My personal relationships have strengthened, and my mental health has improved significantly. I am determined to maintain this routine, knowing that success in trading is not just about technical skills, but also about how we manage our time and energy. With this new approach, I am ready to face the next challenges in my journey. When I met my new mentor, I had no idea he would have such a profound impact on my trading journey. He was introduced to me by a friend who was also a trader, and I immediately noticed that his approach to the market was unlike anything I had learned before. This mentor challenged my understanding of trading and quickly revealed the gaps in my strategy. He emphasized the importance of having the right mindset, something I had underestimated. Our first meeting was eye-opening. Instead of teaching me new techniques right away, he began by questioning my fundamentals and principles. He talked about the importance of discipline, patience, and the ability to accept losses without letting them affect future decisions. His words made me realize how much I still needed to evolve, not just as a trader, but also in terms of my mindset. Under this mentor's guidance, I completely restructured my approach to trading. He introduced me to new techniques and strategies that were more disciplined and methodical. I learned about the importance of having a solid trading plan and following it rigorously, regardless of the circumstances. I began to understand market principles on a deeper level, seeing beyond the charts and numbers to comprehend the underlying factors driving price movements. I spent hours discussing different aspects of the market with him, analyzing my past trades, and identifying where I had gone wrong. He taught me the importance of keeping a detailed trading journal, recording not only the trades but also my emotions and thoughts during each trade. This practice helped me identify patterns in my behavior that were sabotaging my success. The interaction with my mentor brought about a significant transformation in my trading approach. I felt more confident and prepared to face the market with a new perspective. However, fully implementing the new methods was not easy. I still faced difficulties, especially during times of high volatility, when the temptation to deviate from the plan was strong. But with each challenge, I remembered my mentor's lessons and strove to apply his teachings. Determined to master the new approach, I began applying the new strategies in my daily trades. I remained faithful to the principles my mentor had taught me, focusing on discipline and risk management. I knew that the learning journey was far from over, but I was confident that with this new solid foundation, I was on the right path to success. With my new approach and the strategies I learned from my mentor, I felt prepared to take a step forward and began managing substantial funds for clients. It was an enormous responsibility, and the pressure increased daily. Clients had high expectations, anticipating consistent results and substantial profits. I knew I needed to maintain my cautious approach, balancing the desire to achieve significant profits with the necessity of protecting my clients' capital. At first, things went well. My strategies were working, and I managed to deliver good results. However, over time, external pressure began to create internal conflicts. The responsibility of making quick, precise decisions under the watchful eyes of my clients became a heavy burden. Any small loss was scrutinized, and clients' confidence wavered with each trade. One day, I faced one of the biggest challenges of my career. A series of unexpected events in the market led to a critical loss in one of the funds I managed. The feeling of disappointment and failure was overwhelming. That loss almost shattered my confidence, making me question whether I was truly fit to manage other people's funds. The pressure to recover the losses quickly was intense, but I knew I couldn't act impulsively. I needed to stay calm and apply the lessons I had learned from my mentor. Dealing with this pressure was one of the most challenging experiences I've ever faced. Every decision had to be calculated with precision, and I couldn't afford to make mistakes. I spent sleepless nights analyzing data and reviewing my strategies. I knew that discipline was crucial, and even in the face of adversity, I continued to follow my trading plan rigorously. I remained faithful to the techniques I had learned and focused on managing risk effectively. Despite the difficulties, I gradually began to see a recovery. My trades stabilized, and I managed to deliver positive results again. The experience of managing funds for clients became a critical test of my competence and resilience. I learned to handle the pressure and the importance of staying calm during crises. Each challenge I faced strengthened me, reinforcing my confidence in the strategies I had developed. This journey has taught me invaluable lessons about the importance of discipline, risk management, and maintaining a balanced approach. I now understand that success in trading is not just about making profits, but also about protecting capital and making informed, calculated decisions under pressure. With these insights, I feel more prepared than ever to continue my path as a successful trader. After the critical loss that nearly destroyed my confidence, I knew I had to work diligently to rebuild it and continue my trading journey. The first thing I did was revisit each of my mistakes. I meticulously analyzed the trades that led to that devastating loss and identified where I had failed. This wasn't easy, as it meant facing my shortcomings head-on, but I knew it was necessary to avoid repeating the same mistakes in the future. With a clear understanding of where I went wrong, I adjusted my strategies. I strengthened my risk management plans and refined my criteria for entering and exiting the market. I also committed to following the discipline rules my mentor had taught me more rigorously. I was determined not to let panic or euphoria influence my trading decisions. As I put these new strategies into practice, I began to see positive results. My trades became more consistent, and I started to gradually recover the losses. Each small success helped rebuild my confidence. My mentor was a crucial support during this period. He reviewed my trades with me, offering constructive feedback and helping me stay focused. The strict application of the methodology he had taught me made all the difference. Over time, my confidence grew. Profitable trades became more frequent, and the consistency in results was a clear sign of progress. I felt more secure and assertive without being overly cautious or impulsive. Balancing confidence and prudence became a central part of my trading style. I began to trade with a new sense of proficiency, better understanding the market's nuances and knowing how to react appropriately to different situations. With my confidence rebuilt, I set clear and achievable goals for the future. I defined specific objectives to increase my profits sustainably and to continue honing my skills. I also committed to maintaining the balance between my personal and professional life, knowing that this harmony was crucial for my continued success. I was determined to move forward with the same discipline and dedication that had brought me this far, always striving to improve and learn from each market experience. As I approached a level of mastery in trading, new challenges began to emerge, testing my skills and resilience in ways I had not anticipated. The market became increasingly volatile, with sudden and unpredictable movements that required quick adaptation of my strategies. I knew this was a crucial stage in my journey, where my knowledge and experience would be put to the test. I faced unexpected situations that demanded quick and precise decisions. One day, a last-minute economic news event caused a market upheaval. Prices began to fluctuate wildly, and I had seconds to decide whether to hold or close my positions. Every move felt like a test of my preparedness. I remembered my mentor's lessons, took a deep breath, and followed the principles I had learned: careful analysis, emotional control, and risk management. These challenges tested everything I had learned over the years. I needed to apply all the strategies I had refined, from reading charts to interpreting fundamental data. Each decision was crucial, leaving no room for error. The pressure was intense, but the confidence I had rebuilt allowed me to face each obstacle with determination. With each challenge overcome, I felt my skills being honed and enhanced. Despite the volatility and unexpected situations, through perseverance and adaptation, I managed to overcome these final challenges. My ability to learn and evolve became evident. Results began to consistently improve, and I felt more prepared than ever to face the market. The lessons learned along the way, from the early losses to my mentor's guidance, culminated in a profound understanding of how to trade successfully. Concluding this stage of my journey, I took a moment to reflect on everything I had experienced. I thought about the early days in the market, the naivety, and the mistakes made. I recalled the devastating impact of the significant loss and the arduous process of rebuilding my confidence. I remembered each mentor who guided me and the countless hours of study and practice. Every moment of doubt and every small victory contributed to the trader I had become. Now, as I prepared for the next chapter of my life in trading, I felt equipped with the tools and knowledge necessary to continue evolving. I knew new challenges would arise, but I was confident in my ability to face them. The journey had not been easy, but each step brought me closer to the mastery I sought. With gratitude and determination, I looked to the future, ready to continue learning and growing in the world of trading. After so many ups and downs, I finally reached a level of proficiency that allowed me to operate in the market with confidence and consistency. Each successful trade was a testament to the long journey I had undertaken. Reflecting on my journey, I remember the naive beginning, full of enthusiasm, but with no real understanding of the market's complexity. The devastating losses, the relentless pursuit of knowledge, the mentors I encountered along the way, and all the challenges overcome, all of these shaped me into the trader I am today. I decided it was time to share my experiences and lessons with other aspiring traders. I began participating in online communities, offering guidance and support. I created a blog where I detailed my strategies, mistakes, and successes, trying to be the mentor I wished I had at the start of my journey. The response was positive. Many beginner traders found inspiration in my story and began applying the lessons I shared. Knowing that my experience could help others avoid the same mistakes brought me deep satisfaction. As I interacted with these new traders, I realized my role had transformed. I was no longer just a trader seeking individual success. I was now part of a community, contributing to the growth and development of others. This reinforced the importance of reflecting on the nature of trading. Success in the market is not about avoiding mistakes at all costs, but about learning from them and continually striving for improvement. Each failure is a lesson, each loss an opportunity for growth. Trading is an endless journey where constant learning is essential. In this new phase, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. I continued to trade, but now with the added mission of helping others navigate the complexities of the market. My trading blog grew, and I began hosting webinars and workshops, reaching an even wider audience. The feedback from these sessions was overwhelmingly positive, and I saw firsthand the impact of sharing my knowledge and experiences. By contributing to the trading community, I also reinforced my own learning. Explaining concepts and strategies to others made me refine and solidify my understanding. The questions and discussions from new traders often brought fresh perspectives and insights, further enriching my own trading practices. Ultimately, the journey I had undertaken was about much more than personal success. It was about resilience, continuous learning, and the joy of contributing to a larger community. As I looked to the future, I was filled with optimism and determination. I knew there would be new challenges and obstacles, but I was ready to face them with the same dedication and discipline that had brought me this far. The journey was ongoing, and I was excited to see where it would lead next, both for myself and for the traders I was helping along the way.